side to Quartus and sets a screen for him. Post up for Linus. The double skip left side, wide open three. Off the back of the iron for Benyon. Hauled in by the Chargers, moving right to left quickly. Here's Stillwell. Tries to drive, taken away. Benyon the other way, 3-on-1 if he hurries. Goes left side and the layup is short. Benyon's tip is the first points of the Casey Brueggemann era. A Silas Benyon follow. It's 4-2 Chargers. 16:30 to play opening half. Up top, driving in Helmers. Finds Wingert in the reins. Stillwell goes left side. Luger wraps out of bounds off an unknowing Silas Benyon. In for the first time, Aiden Stainbrook, the 6'6" redshirt freshman from Pembina, North Dakota. And also in for the first time, Anthony Walters, the 6'3" junior from Rosedale, New York. A change for Briar Cliff, it looks like. No, they did not make a change. Never mind. On the left side, 2 to shoot. Here's a 3 from the left wing that's very short and taken in by Quartus. He is fouled by Jackson Wingert. Early on, I think the number one thing you can tell is that Jamestown is so good defensively in their man-to-man that they're going to force teams to go deep into their shot clock. Jamestown offensively isn't going to have shot clock problems, but the opponents might. Here's Will Quartus. And a high post feed nearly picked off, sent back into the Jamestown backcourt. The shot clock reset on that as well. Quartus drives the lane, goes with the scoop shot from the left side with the off right hand. He finishes. It's 4-4, and now a stoppage. Drives the lane, kicks right side to Luger. Gets baseline, instead finds Stillwell. And Stillwell took the extra step. Good closeout defense by Cole Glasgow, and that's what forces on the sideline. Jamestown an opportunity to take their first lead of the season. 4-4 on the Gun and Rail Sports scoreboard. 50 of double fist set for Jamestown. Around a screen is Quartus. Hesitates, kicks it out to Glasgow. He goes left side. Walters thinks about it. Now wants to back his way in. Gets doubled, throws it up anyhow. A little short. Offensive rebound. Stainbrook. He gets He got that follow-up. And now a backdoor cut. Well done. Layup for Will Luger. And it's have an under 10 timeout in both halves. No other media breaks. Dribbling right, Quartus. Up top is Walters as they weave around the perimeter. Now Walters gets inside, throws it up, and finishes through some contact. He lets out a yell. We're tied for the second time at 6-0 in this first half. On the near side, Luger. Not being guarded too closely as Wingert. They don't feel he's a threat from 22 feet. In the corner, it's Helmers trying to drive, stops, pops, and drops from the elbow over Quartus, and it's 8-6. Quartus the other way. Jamestown wants to get 3 new faces into the game at the next timeout. There have just not been many whistles. Driving in Quartus, kick to the corner. Glasgow, up top Walters. And now he'll hand it to Stainbrook. 12 to shoot for Jamestown. At the head of the key, a dribble handoff to Glasgow. He drives the lane, puts up a runner, a little too strong off the glass, and hauled in by Helmers for the Chargers. Moving right to left. Still a man-to-man defense. I think that's all you're going to see from Casey Brueggemann's team. Here's an open three that's off the back of the iron for Wingert and taken in by Jamestown's Cole Glasgow. He comes the other way. Pick and roll play, and getting fouled on the drive was Hunter Lyman. He will go to the free throw line for a couple. It's the first Briar Cliff foul, and it's going to be called on Matthew Stillwell. Free throws for Hunter Lyman, the 6'8 senior from West Fargo High. Takes one dribble, eyes, fires, and drops it in, 8-7. And in for the first time, Spencer Barr, a 5'11 sophomore from Aberdeen Central High School in Aberdeen, South Dakota. That is a very as is Silas Benyon. Second free throw is short, and a rebounding foul is called on Owen Hector. Junior from Davies High. And now, this is something Silas Benyon's good at. He's going to show press. So they have to throw the ball in deep. Will Luger, guarded closely by Walters, drives left, leaves it up top. Helmers into the game for the first time. Ikenna Uday Smith. Uday Smith has it, going in on Lyman rather, and he flips in a finger roll. Tough shot. It goes in. It's 10-7 for Ikenna Uday Smith. The junior forward from Brooklyn, New York. Now Benyon, a triple off the front of the rim. Rebound, Briar Cliff. And spinning away from it is Stillwell all the way to the 10. He'll lay it up and get partially blocked. Offensive rebound and a second chance for the Chargers. On the right side, into the game for the first time, Colby Collison. On the left wing, Helmers drives the lane and misses strong as he saw Lyman coming. Here come the Jimmies the other way. Benyon hesitates, fires a triple, splash! 10-0, 8 minutes in on the Gun and Rail Sports scoreboard. On the right side, losing control momentarily was Collison, and he does double dribble with it. Back in comes Linus. Jamestown will have it back in a tie game at 10, 8 minutes, 4 seconds in to the new season in the Casey Brueggemann era. Here's Silas Benyon on the right side for Heckner. Left side, Walters. Once Heckner in the post. Good work by Benyon on the right side. Goes around a screen, pops another triple. That one's an air ball out of bounds, and it'll go to the Chargers. 11:35 to go in the first half. And Jamestown and Briar Cliff, like the old days in the G-Pack, tied at 10. On the right side, very close to a travel on the catch for Colby Collison. He brings it forward. Hands the ball off to Stillwell. Left wing, Luger. Uday Smith gives it off, and the elbow jumper rattles out for Helmers. Rebound, Jimmie's. Here they move left to right. On the right side, faking a three, and now getting an open look for three that goes is Spencer Barr. And for the first time, the Jimmies have the lead, 13-10. And a timeout is called by Briar Cliff. It'll be a Hillerud Construction timeout. We will take it as well with 11:05 to go first half. Jimmie's 13 and the Chargers 10. And we'll take it as well on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the line. Extracurricular activities.
13-10 lead. Briar Cliff. Chargers have the basketball, moving from right to left in this first half. On the left side, making a three is Luger. He gets into the lane, skips it out wide to Helmers. Up top, Smith gets into the lane, puts it up with the right hand and finishes. Smith makes it 13-12. Barr gives to Benyon, who drives the lane, and he gets hand checked up top. And the foul is the first on Will Luger. 13-12, Jimmie's 10:37 to play. First half.
Hi there.
And there is the voice of the Jimmies, David Burrell.
Did I miss anything?
Catch your breath?
I'm trying to.
I tell you what, that was some game.
No, it was. Keep going. You're doing great.
Off the inbound, Jimmie's with a 1-point lead and 20 to shoot. A double comes. It's skipped to the top of the key for Walters, right side. Driving in and getting an easy right-handed layup. Silas Benyon, all because they reversed the basketball.
And 7 points for Silas already. And BJ, it's going to go through him a lot this season because as we saw last year, a lot he can do at the point.
Uday Smith answers with a triple, or I beg your pardon, it's a long two. Put on the line, 15-14.
Got the 2 New York City kids on the floor at the same time here.
On the right side, Heckner leaves it up top. Now Benyon, another triple. Why not? He's got 10. It's 18-14 Jimmie's.
52 for him last year. He was a 43% shooter from the land of 3 a year ago.
Collison on the right side, thought about trying to answer, instead gets a screen, gets into the lane, loses it momentarily. Here's Uday Smith, he travels. So the first 4 minutes, you could tell Jamestown didn't have a game yet, and Briar Cliff did. It now looks very different, and that will send us to a timeout. 9:35 to go, first half on the Gun and Rail Sports scoreboard. 18-14 Jimmie's on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional.
Jimmies have a 4-point lead on the Gun and Rail Sports scoreboard. Jimmie's on the Gun and Rail Sports scoreboard. Sometimes technology hates you. It's okay. You know what we don't hate? We do not hate seeing Silas Benyon drill threes. He's got 2 of those. He's already got 10 points. And the Jimmies have settled into this first half. C.J. Walters and David Burrell with you.
6th in the league last year in the GPAC in 3-point shooting. There's so many other things this team's going to be able to do. But 18 points a game last year. It's going to go through Silas a lot of the time. And he's just a dynamic player.
Back to play with the Jimmies holding the basketball, and a hand check perhaps away from the ball, it looked like.
Helmers.
It's Helmers. It is his first. Into the lineup returns Jackson Wingert for Briar Cliff, who trailed by 4. It's Cordes directing traffic. He wants, and he got Hayden Stainbrook on the right. Head of the key, Linus thinks about it, picks up his dribble, and gives to Benyon. Pick and roll play. Benyon, kick out to Cordes in the left wing corner. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot, having to hoist a 3. Wide left was Stainbrook. Good defense on that possession by Briar Cliff. They come away with it. Wingert on the left side for Sindelar. He gets to the second block, spins, fades, and hits.
It was Blake who made the winning jumper in the game in Sioux City last year. A very good scorer along with Stillman.
Sindelar with 4. It's 8:35 to go in the first half on the Gunning Rail Sports scoreboard. And now the ball out of bounds off the foot of Cole Glasgow, and that's good work by Stillwell. Changes coming for the chart, and a timeout is called. A Hillard construction timeout is called by Casey Brueggemann. We'll keep it here. It's a 30. And so, David, we've gotten a chance to see a practice of this team, and just in that 45-minute stretch, you could tell how entertaining they could be this year.
Well, they're not going to, as you said it earlier, the shot clock's not going to be much of a problem. And how well will this team defend? I think we've seen a little better defense here in the last 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes of this game, too. But there is enough length on this team with Linus, with Stainbrook, and they're glad to see him play because his thumb was hurting a little bit, that they can cause some people some problems defensively.
Show and recover at the head of the key. Post entry now. Wingert tries to work on Linus. Wingert goes up under and had to kick it out. Here's a three that's long and hauled in by Cordes. There is an example of the length of Linus.
Yep.
A player wants to go up for a shot. It ends up being a pass. Cordes around a Linus screen. On the right side. Driving left is Glasgow. On the right side. Skip it left wing. An open triple is good. And that's Aiden Stainbrook, the redshirt freshman from North Border.
2 years ago, 21 points a game. So he's a good combo player who's dangerous from anywhere.
At the elbow. Oh, there is that play that you see every team run. Pass it to the man at the elbow, run off of him, get a handoff, and get a layup. That's what happened, 21-18. At the other end, a steal. A steal by Carter Lane in for the first time. And a three at the other end, skips over the rim, rebounded by Benyon. And they'll slow it down just a second. That is the classic horn set when Briar Cliff ran.
They do it a lot.
Cordes around a high ball screen, gains the lane, floats from 14 and hits. I don't know how you hit a floater from there, but that's exactly what happened, 23-18.
It's called a mid-range game, BJ. Some guys still do it, thankfully.
They do. One-handed, no less.
Yeah.
Here's that horn set again. It does not work because Jamestown wasn't playing tight defensively. Up top, here's Sindelar. Leaves it for Stillwell, and now on the left side, Luger tries to drive in, has it poked away. Faking the three, Wingert, three to shoot. Wingert gets doubled. Wingert up, under, and picked off. Picked off by Glasgow. It wasn't going to matter. They weren't going to get the shot off. On the right side, faking a three, Cordes, and he gets bumped by Luger. 6:22 to go first half, 23-18 UJ on the Gunning Rail Sports scoreboard.
How about the defense Jimmie Linus played on Wingert down on that end? He just was not going to let him get inside, and Jackson tried his spin move, and no dice. Here is Hunter Lyman back in as Linus sits down. The ECSU transfer comes to Jamestown.
Oh, they're going to love it when we go over there. Off the baseline left entry, they try to work the ball into Stainbrook. It's knocked right back where it came from. Another baseline left inbound. This time they go up top for Aiden. In the corner, Cordes drives baseline, got right by his man, put it up off the front of the rim, a little short. Rebound Briar Cliff, down by 5, and through the middle with the layup that gets swatted into oblivion by Stainbrook. That gets the crowd up on their feet. The other way, all the way in, and a travel is called on Benyon. My goodness, what a block on the other end by Stainbrook. That should have been an easy layup.
You look at Stainbrook and you say, is he really 6'6"? To get up like that from
Hector
Pembina.
returns.
And again, this is why he's playing, because that's the sort of thing he did at North Border, but can get back and defend as well as be a good shooter.
Walters back in as well for Jamestown. The New Yorker. Driving in and floating it is Stillwell, not close. Rebound, Lyman. This post defense is really bothering Briar Cliff. Cordes drives, hesitates, kicks it, Head of the key, open triple, spins off for Heckner, and the rebound comes down to Briar Cliff, trailing by 5, 5:30 first half. Trying to drive in around Walters, now putting a wild shot up, again great post defense by Walters on Sindelar. Rebound Jamestown at the other end, a foul is called as Heckner had eyes for a jam. He'll shoot two.
The second time these teams played was here, and it was the same as last year, and the same sort of thing happened. Jimmie's, it was Linus then and others, but they played post defense like that as that game went along in the game here a year ago.
Carter Line called for the foul. The free throw goes down for Heckner. Junior from Davies High in Fargo. 24-18, Jimmie's. Second one, front of the rim, backboard, rim, and off. Rebound, Wingert. Jamestown still in the man-to-man. Wingert guarded closely by Lyman. Now he hands the ball off to Line. Right wing, Sindelar. On the left side, thinking about it was Helmers. Now drives in, leads it for Wingert, and guess what? Wingert heard footsteps and traveled. Turnover, Briar Cliff.
Yeah, Lyman was there, and he was double teamed too. There was no way he was going to do anything without committing a violation.
This UJ defense playing their tail ends off in this first half.
Like the Jimmie football team did today.
Cordes driving in, leads it. Oh, speaking of good post defense, how's that from Sindelar? Offensive rebound, putback doesn't go for Lyman. Rebound, Briar Cliff moving right to left with 4:30 to play in this opening half. Wingert looks for something. 15 to shoot for the Chargers. Around a screen, working his way in Helmers. Post entry to Wingert. His shot goes in through very good post defense by Lyman. 23-20 as Wingert has 4. We've seen Jamestown play about 9 in this first half, and they'll play many more, you would think, on Monday. We'll get to that later on because, and now a moving screen is called away from the basketball.
Yeah, and we'll remind you that what happens as Linus and Benyon come back in, that's an exhibition for the Jimmies on Monday, although it is NDSU's opener. So yes, indeed, Casey has said he wants to play as many people as he can, and then when they get back to Montana next weekend, go back to the regular rotation, which is going to be these 9 we're seeing tonight.
By the way, there's more than one reason to be excited about Monday night. When we get a chance, I'll tell you what I mean by that. Post entry to Uday Smith. Left side Helmers. Back for Uday Smith in the elbow. A long straight on 3 goes down for Colby Collison. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-point game. 24-23 on the Gun and Rail Sports scoreboard. And another moving screen. This one is called on Linus.
Yep. And Jimmie's got a smile on his face saying, I'm not so sure about that. I'm still not so sure about that. But he's smiling all the time. That way he doesn't get a team.
And that's something you'll see early in a season.
Sure.
The moving screen is probably the fundamental that's not there until you get to game speed. So it makes sense. You would see a couple of them. Lane, left wing, Helmers. In the corner, driving in Collison. Leaves it again for Helmers. Now a 3 is well short by Collison and taken in by Walters. The other way, Jamestown, left to right. Walters around a screen, pick and pop, 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound, Jamestown, saved in well by Glasgow, and then saved by Walters, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Silas Benyon. A helter-skelter of a play, and with 2:57 to go in the first half, it is 24-23 Jimmie's on the Gun and Rail Sports scoreboard. Coming up, we will have our RM Stout halftime report. We'll have stats. We hope the live stats are not working, but we'll we'll recap that Jimmie football game. What a game! What an effort by Brian Mistro's team. More on that coming up on the RM Stout halftime report. at the head of the key, a long triple, goes. Jamison Helmer shot it, then ran towards it. He didn't even think it was going to go in. It did. It's an 8-0 run and a 26-24 lead for the Chargers. But here's a three that's off the front of the rim by Benyon. Offensive rebound, foul on the floor. And that is the 17th foul, so it'll be a 1-and-1. And the foul is on Collison. It's a 1-and-1 for Jamestown, as checking back in is Blake Sindelar. I don't think the Jimmies are yet aware, and now they are, that it's the 17th foul. You get so used to just going and inbounding the ball.
Oh, sure.
And then all of a sudden they're like, no, you're shooting. Jimmie Linus to shoot. Down by 2. Jimmie bends the knees, takes 2 dribbles, fires, and splashes. 26-25. His first point of the season for the senior from Port St. Lucie, Florida. The second one rattles off for him. Jamestown is 3 of 6 at the free throw line in this first half. Matthew Stillwell leaves it left side, up top, Uday Smith. He'll drive right, up and under. Just poking at it was Linus, and that altered it enough. Here come the Jimmies, a chance to take the lead. Around a screen is Benyon. Gets into the lane, goes right side to Glasgow. Post entry, Linus spins, gets doubled, lost it, still loose, and a held ball will keep it at this end. With 1:56 to go, first half. Gun and Rail Sports scoreboard informs us it's 26-25 Briar Club. This is a team coming off a loss to Valley City State in a much higher scoring game than this. Who thought we'd be saying that?
Yeah.
Gonna wipe up some perspiration right around the area that bodies hit the floor. Well, David, you saw a really good football game. I saw a really good football team.
Did you ever?
Today. They are every single thing I thought they would be.
Rockford Cheyenne
Oh,
Maddox
my goodness.
wins again.
We're ready to go again. Ball thrown in deep to Glasgow, who drives, fakes, floats, and banks it home. 27-26. First points of the game for Cole. And a lead change here with 100 seconds until the half. Uday Smith goes left side, sets a screen for Collison. Uday Smith thought about a three. One dribble, hands the ball off, and Stillwell's three is good. Stillwell buries the triple, and it's 29-27, and he's got a team-high 7. And that will come as a surprise to nobody that he leads them in scoring.
No, 21 points a game last season. One of the best in the country, top 20.
Benyon leaves it for Linus, who had it clanked off the back of the iron. Rebound Chargers. Here they come from right to left. Stillwell thought about a three, drives in and gets the layup. 31-27. Matches the largest lead of the first half for the Chargers. And another moving screen, and they're going to call this one on Glasgow as he was setting the screen and slipping it right to the rim.
That's 2. So you said it earlier correctly. You've just got to adjust to that because last few years, I mean, it's not exactly a point of emphasis this year, but they're just calling that moving screen more in college basketball the last 5 or 6 years.
They certainly are.
Yeah.
About a 17-second difference between the clocks. Stillwell gets to the floater area and misses. Rebound Linus. There's a 3-second difference in the clocks. And Casey Brugman puts both hands in the air to say we're holding for basically the last shot of the half. Down by 4, 31-27. Portis against Stillwell. Will go with 11 on the timer. Portis drives left, leads for Walters. He'll drive right, get into the lane, shuffle it off for the two-hand jam by the big man Linus. seconds, 2 seconds. Here's a 37-footer that banks off the rim, and we have reached halftime at Harold Newman Arena in Jamestown with the score. The Briar Cliff Chargers 31, the University of Jamestown Jimmie's 29, and we will have the RM Scout halftime report in a moment on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
At Unison Bank, we provide financial solutions for customers to meet their needs today and achieve their dreams tomorrow. From personal banking services like checking accounts, mortgage and auto loans, to business banking services, at Unison Bank, we offer financial solutions with prompt responses and quality service. Visit unisonbank.com for more information. Located in Jamestown, Linton, and Wishick, as well as Gilbert, Arizona. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Before you can start building a business, you have to have great builders. Hillerud Construction is a builder of high-quality commercial buildings, and they're hiring talented labor and carpenters to help them do just that. Vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and health insurance benefits for full-time employees, plus great pay depending on experience. Apply at 1008 2nd Avenue Southeast, Jamestown, or visit HillerudConstruction.com. Again, visit HillerudConstruction.com, and let's get building.
You know you don't really want that hurry-up, bought-on-the-cheap I got insurance coverage. Good, because Farmers Union insurance agents do things just a little different. We'll work with you personally for home, auto, business, or farm insurance and tailor the exact coverage plan you need, because we're not satisfied until you are. Different, you bet. Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Good luck to the Blue Jays and Jimmies from your local Farmers Union agent, Steve Benyon.
Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
Hey, this is Sean from the Jamestown Country Club. Thank you for a great season and the largest turnout ever for the FCCU Labor Day Classic. Congratulations to our champion, Brian Meyer. With that said, the Country Club is still open and enjoyable for great fall golf. Come out and enjoy a nice round of golf and a cool beverage before the season ends. And it's never too early to think about next year's season. The Country Club is offering memberships already. Be one of the first 75 people to sign up for next year and you'll receive 5 free guest passes.
That's David Burrow.
Thanks, Beach, and thank you so much for the help. It is much appreciated today. Can we get one more of those, please? Thank you. And let's take a look at the first half stats. As Briar Cliff has a 31-29 lead after the Jimmies led by as much as 6. But for Briar Cliff, 9 for Matthew Stillwell, as we say, averaged 21 a game last year, 4 of 10 shooting. Jamison Helmers had 5. He was 2 of 6. 4 for Blake Sindelar, 4 for Jackson Wingard, 4 for Kenayude Smith, 3 for Colby Collison, 2 for Will Luger. 47% shooting for the Chargers on 14 of 30, 3 of 10 on threes. They never got to the line in the first half. Jamestown, 10 for Silas Benyon to lead the way for them. 4 of 8 shooting, 2 of 6 on threes. He also had 3 rebounds and a couple of assists. Nobody for the Jimmies with more than 4. Otherwise, Will Portis had 4 on 2 of 5 shooting, 0 of 2 on threes. Had a couple of rebounds. 3 for Jimmy Linus. He also had 4 boards. Spencer Barr with 1 3, and again, look for him to provide some sparks off the bench a lot this year. Anthony Walters in his first game as a Jimmy at 12 minutes, 2 points on 1 of 2. Owen Heckner had 1 point at the foul line and 1 point also for Hunter Lyman. But Hunter also in 6 minutes contributed 5 rebounds off the bench, PJ, and this is going to be very helpful for this team when Jimmy Linus needs a spell. Here's a guy with plenty of experience in the league he's going to play in starting in December, and you get a guy with good height. He's 6'8", and he averaged 7 rebounds in a couple of seasons for the Vikings. That's exactly the sort of thing that they're looking for from him.
You're looking for two of everything, right? Like you want to be comfortable giving every single starter a breather, knowing there's not going to be a drop-off. And really, when you look at the first half, the only big difference is points off turnovers. I mean, 9 turnovers led to 10 Briar Cliff points. 6 Briar Cliff turnovers only led to 2 Jimmie points. That's the only real difference in this first half.
Sure is. Jamestown has a 14-10 lead in the paint. Briarcliff 7 points off their bench. 3 lead ties, 4 changes. We've got a good one. We figured it would be Briarcliff and Jamestown last year. Of course, for this game in Sioux City, the Sharks won 82-81. It was Sindelar with a bucket in the last seconds, and I'll tell you a story about that if we get a chance about how that game ended. If you were listening that night, you remember. But then the Jimmies won here 89-74 the second time around. Now, Monday night, as Beach mentioned, it's an exhibition for the Jimmies, but it is the first game for North Dakota State, and it is at 6:30 Monday night from Shield Center here on Jamestown 107.1. Then next weekend, it is the first big trip for the Jimmies to Butte, Montana. Friday, they play Montana Western. Saturday night, it is a nationally ranked Montana Tech team, and a game we'll have for you here on Jamestown 107.1, 7:30 next Saturday night. There's all the future NSIC opponents they're going to play, also with very good competition with Casey Brugum and his had-to-have, but a couple of good teams will play in Montana next weekend, too.
They definitely will. And if you think that North Dakota State game is just a throwaway game, I know a lot of people don't follow exhibition season. That's okay. You don't necessarily need to follow exhibition season. They should have lost MSU Moorhead. They beat them by 4. They were down by double digits in the first half.
14, in fact.
I mean, the Bison don't have Andrew Morgan. There's no Grant Nelson. There's no
Bowden Scumberg either. He graduated.
Scumberg.
Yeah.
This is a rebuilding year. Do not be surprised if the Jimmies go over there and do more than give a good account of themselves.
Well, we'll find out on Monday night. But still 20 minutes to go here at Newman Arena with Jamestown trailing Briarcliff 31-29 on Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. We will talk a little more about a pretty amazing football game today next on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Looking for a roofing company that truly knows your town? Choose Vetter Construction. Unlike those big-name competitors using our city's name, we're your community experts right here working for you. From repairs to full replacement, our trusted team delivers quality and care that you can trust. For a roof that stands strong, call Vetter Construction today. 320-1990. 320-1990.
Some of us were born to farm. Some diesels, like Cenex Premium Diesel, were born to fuel. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn to reduce particulate matter and keep filters cleaner for longer. Fuel your equipment like a pro with Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster and leave typical number 2 diesel to the amateurs. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
It's Zach here from Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness Center with exciting news that we are now open in our brand new location at 805 5th Avenue Northeast in Jamestown. That's right, we have a brand new space to help you out with your neck, back, hip, knee, shoulder pain, and so much more. It's the same great Apex you've loved, now with an incredible new space. If you haven't tried Apex, you really need to come see us. Give us a call today to come see us at 701-952-2739.
Need some custom screen-printed t-shirts? Lots of t-shirts? You need originals.
Originals!
Or do you just need one shirt with your corporate logo for the new guy?
Originals!
Caps, jackets, U sizes, adult sizes, Blue Jay apparel, Jimmie apparel. You need originals. There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals. They can also do online stores for your sports team or business. 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays. Visit originals.com.
It is at the half, and Beach, a whole lot of other things going on. playing Kansas Wesleyan in Salina, Kansas tonight after getting the season off to a good start with a 90-67 win over Bethel College yesterday, and they are starting well tonight. They're leading Kansas Wesleyan by a score of 26-10 with 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. 9 for Kate Cordes to lead the Jimmies and Jessica Lofstrom with 8. Sarah Lofstrom with 8 on 3 of 6 shooting. Megan Oswald with 6. Cordes had 32 yesterday in the season opener. All right, let's recap as quickly as we can. What an amazing football game today. I think the Jimmies played even better today than they did in the 2 wins, but still fell short. Dickinson State takes the NSAA title with a 35-30 victory at Hanson Stadium behind a couple of touchdown passes from Noel Mather and also a touchdown run. Another good day for 199. Not what he did for Dickinson, but still good. Darian Brown, Braden Zuroff had touchdown runs. Also, Samaj Park, Gage Gilbert with touchdown passes. John Grant had 372 yards passing today on 32 of 49. 73 yards rushing for Zach Hammett, but a school record 17 catches for Isaiah Roebuck. The old record was 11. And Roebuck has 17 today for 166. And Nate Burke, this is a 6'5" wide receiver. We've seen him play in games. He just hadn't had a catch before today. Well, today he had 6 for 110 yards and a touchdown. Untimely penalties hurt the Jimmies late in the game. However, they did rack up 443 yards of offense. And Dickinson State had the 4th best defense in NAIA football statistically, and the Jimmies had 443 yards of offense.
Okay, so I'm going to be that guy. I know I shouldn't be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy real quick. Yeah. The bye week is coming at the absolute wrong time. This team is playing their best ball of the year.
Well, you know, they will be fired up because it is the last, at least for now, the last paint bucket game in 2 weeks, 12:30, Saturday, November 16th at Hanson Stadium here on Jamestown 107.1. Brian Mistro, well, I'd gone off the air and come up for a post-game interview, but the guy was still breathless and proud of his team for what they did today.
As well he should be. And you know what? Kudos to the guys for having such a strong end of the season to this point because, you know, they're 20 and 21-year-old kids.
Yeah.
It could have gone a different direction, you know.
Very easily. I mean, that game still could have gotten away from them, but Isaiah Roebuck was a hero today. There's no two ways about it. Nate Burke to an extent as well. But it is a loss, and the Jimmies are now at 2-7 with the game to go. VCSU won today, by the way, over Mayville State 10-6.
How about the fact that the only team that could not force Jamestown into a turnover this year was Dickinson State?
Yeah, that's more than a little amazing. They did not turn the ball over in 120 minutes of football against that team. Whew. That says something, doesn't it? That says a lot. High school football today, the Class A and the 9-man playoffs got through the quarterfinal round. A couple of area teams playing in 9-man today. And that included Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, who just absolutely destroyed South Prairie Maxes. They do to most opponents, 73-20. Linton, Hazelton, Moffat, Braddock, Strasburg, Zeeland over Cavalier, 30-18. New Rockford, Cheyenne, Manic. BJ was there for that. The Rockets were incredible again. A 54-18 win over Grant County Flasher. And West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn over Wyndmere Lidgerwood by a score of 40-12. Come on for just a second, Brian.
Yeah, come on in here.
I do want to have you on before this second half starts. And I know the result, not what you wanted today, but congratulations. That was one hell of an effort by your team.
Yeah, no, the boys played their tails off, and you know, we got to make sure that we're cleaning up some of the penalty things. But the guys went out there and they gave a football game. And proud of them. You know, we've had a lot of adversity this year, and the guys keep fighting, and keep believing. You know, the ball's going to bounce our way here pretty soon. And I think Dickinson State is a heck of a football team, and it did go our way today.
Well, John, I thought looked so steady today, and because last week, even though the big play, it was a little rough on him, but boy, I thought he played the best game certainly he's played this year, and probably as good as you've seen him play for Jamestown.
Calm, cool, collected. Johnny Granza the highs don't get too high, the lows don't get too low. I'll tell you what. So I'm very proud of him. Jose had a day. Nate Burke stepped up. The defensive guys were making him snap it again, So it was good to see.
Nice to have a 6'5" guy to throw it to.
That's pretty fun. Yep.
Yeah, it sure is.
But now we're here to cheer on the Jimmie basketball guys and Coach Bruggeman. Let's get these guys rolling.
Fact, second half about to start. Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely.
Brian Mistro, the Jimmie head coach. What an effort by his team today as they fall 30-30. But we are underway with the second half. And the second half throw-in brought to you by RM Stout, your Ford Dodge dealer in Jamestown. And right away, Jamison Helmers hits a three from the left side. And now that increases the Briarcliff lead to 4:33-29, matching their longest. Left corner, Heckner trying to answer with a three, but it's off the right limb and long. And bringing that rebound down with both hands is Jamison Helmers. And then here's an offensive foul as he worked his way right into Linus. And Jimmie was just standing there saying, come on, I'm ready.
Was that a two? Because it was 31-29 at the half.
I guess they did call it a two, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, looked like a three to me, but
yeah.
What do I know? 30 seconds into the second half on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. What do I know? I've just been to a football game. I'm not sure what sport I'm watching. Linus, high post, handed off to Owen Heckner. Left wing Cole Glasgow, and the former Kansas City Kangaroo heads it out to Heckner. That's a two. It's right on the arc, no good. Portis the rebound, left wing. Dished it out, Glasgow, drive, left wing. This one's a three and rimmed out. Rebound, Helmers for Briarcliff. Jimmie's in their home white. Orange numerals and letters, orange trim. Another three left side. This one's knocked down by Sindelar.
Largest lead by either team.
36-29, it's Briarcliff's. 18:48 to go. Linus on a high post right down the middle. Going against the good freshman, Jackson Wingert. His older brother here, but Jackson is quite a good player and starting as a freshman. Portis, left baseline, handed it out to Heckner. Bounce pass to Linus, down drive, Benyon, good layup.
Beautiful read of how you're being defended by Silas Benyon, backdoor cut layup.
He has 12, 36-31 Briarcliff. Well, minute 40 into the second half. Jackson Wingert for the Chargers in black with gold numerals and blue trim. Up top, Wingert straight away. Three, rim the basket, rebound. Cole Glasgow for the Jimmies. To Benyon and says, Cole, you come over here on the other side and I'll pass it to you. He did. Bounce left baseline. Linus spins once, spins twice, lays it in with a foul. Oh, and Linus with some spin moves that would make your head spin. And he draws the foul here and he'll try to tie the game. And it's on Will Luger, and that's his third.
And that was decent outside defense. That's actually why the foul is called. But wow, Linus, what a couple of moves that was.
Jimmie, the transfer from St. Xavier University, second year, basically averaged a double-double a year ago. Looking for a 6-point, say tie, that gets them within two. What sport am I watching? Linus the free throw, good, now it's a 2-point game. 36-34 Briarcliff, 2 minutes into the second half. And I'm supposed to be good at math, right?
I don't think anyone's good at math.
Still well out front to Helmers. The high post, it's Jackson Wingert for the Briarcliff Chargers. The old G-Pack post still on. One-hand runner in the lane is nice, and it's good. 11 for him. 38-34 Briarcliff. 2:20 into the second half. Linus. Again, he's hit 1 3 in his career. 47-footer late last year. Here is Benyon, hard bumped by Jackson Wingert. That's a foul before the shot went in. It's on the floor. It's the second on Wingert. That's going to be a couple of team fouls on Briarcliff now.
One of the things I've been impressed with both teams, when they drive, they are drawing defenders way away to get open looks.
It's team foul number 3. It came on to Benyon, now to Will Cordes in the right corner, right in front of the Jamestown bench. Up top, Benyon. Left wing, it's Cole Glasgow. Good drive into the lane and rips it in over Sindelar. Nearly slipped, but it still went.
Well done by Cole Glasgow. Just got to his spot and made the shot.
4 for him, 38-36 Briarcliff the lead on the ball. Wingert, top of the key. Right wing, it's Colby Collison. Depending more on him from the bench this year. Entry pass, Wingert, spin, turn around. Stuck out an elbow. Offensive foul. Jimmie's will have it back with 16:56 left, trailing 38-36. No matter what time of the year it is, you stick that oval right out like that, it's going to get called as third foul.
And it's not just a poor play by the offensive player, but think about this. As a defender, you have to be in the exact right place to draw that foul. Nice job.
Anthony Walters in 2 years ago. He led NJCAA Division III at 25 points a game, so he can light it up. Cordes, right of the lane, up top for Linus. Here is Walters. Three's coming. It's off the front rim. Rebounded by Jamison Helmers for Briar Cliff. Right wing into the front court to Blake Sindelar, trying to drive on Walters. Brings it back out now for Akana Uday-Smith. His drive is blocked by Linus, but he fouled too. Walters saying, where's the travel call? But now I think Uday-Smith just made a good move, and Linus is called for his second foul and the first team foul to happen to Jimmie's.
Super long strides by Uday-Smith. My goodness, Linus did well to prevent a dunk because I think that's what was on his mind.
17 points, 9 rebounds a game for this young man at Iowa Western Community College last year. He hits the first, 39-36 Briarcliff. He's from Brooklyn, from Abraham Lincoln High School, and as Beach told you, Anthony Walters is from Rosedale. That's Queens. So a couple kids from New York. They're both good for Uday-Smith. 40-36 Briarcliff leads in the Gunnereal Sports School Board. 16:25 left at Newman Arena. Cordes made a man fall, no foul. Then he hit a jumper from 13 feet. Okay.
Break some ankles while you're at it. My goodness.
He can do that. The fifth-year senior, 15th on this program's all-time scoring list. 40-38. Briarcliff with the ball. 16:02 left. Right corner, Colby Collison up top to Uday-Smith trying to drive on Linus. Shot around him, missed. Nobody there for the rebound. Linus has a block on the follow by Helmers. Another block by Linus on Uday-Smith. Linus, first in the G-Pack in blocks a year ago, and tripped up is Cordes by Uday-Smith as he tried to move down the left lane line.
Linus makes that look so easy. I get it. I'll never be that tall. I don't know what it's like to be that tall. It can't be as easy as he just made that look.
Well, his wingspan helps.
It does.
I mean, he's 6'8". His wingspan's got to be about 7'2". Cordes in the right corner. Jimmie's down 2. Glasgow back to Will. 3 and the lead. Short off the right rim. Akana Uday-Smith the rebound for Briarcliff. 15:52 left. It's been entertaining. We knew it would be. 40-38 Briarcliff leads. Stillwell uses an Uday-Smith screen. Misses the jumper 16 feet left side. Linus rebounds. Jimmie's with another chance to tie her lead. Cordes walks it down the right alley into the front court. Sets the offense. Brings it on the right side to Aiden Stainbrook, who's re-entered the game. The young man from Pembina, North Border. Receives a return pass from Linus, or Glasgow is, and he's standing on the sideline. It's turnover.
A little wide with the pass for Linus, but
we'll give it back to Briarcliff. Three-quarter court pressure by Jamestown. Glasgow's all over Stillwell, who's trying to ward him off. Front court left wing Jamison Helmers. Up top at Akana Uday-Smith for the Chargers. He sets a screen for Sindelar, and it's up top for Colby Collison. Still 15 to shoot. Left baseline drive in his way as Glasgow fouled him. He got up in the air, and there was no other way that was going to end but besides Sindelar going to the line. It's called getting in his cone, what they call that there, right into his personal space.
They have tried everything to make charges more prevalent in the sport. When you leave your feet, it's never going to be a charge.
Never.
Just never going to happen.
Third foul on Cole. First free throw is rimming in for Sindelar. Silas Benyon back in, and Colt Glasgow back to the bench. Again, our apologies. We're not able to bring you the stats as the game moves along, as that function is not working.
And that's something we'll see this year, David. I talk about how they're trying to make charge calls more prevalent. They are now saying you can move, and it can still be a charge.
They are both good for Sindelar. 42-38 Briarcliff with 14:40 to go. Walters into the lane for Linus. Off balance, couldn't go in. Jimmie still put that in as he was falling almost. Sindelar the rebound for Briarcliff. Down floor to Stillwell. Matthew past Linus. A nice move blocked by Jimmie, but followed through and hit him on the arm. That is Jimmie's third foul and the third team foul on UJ.
Yeah, you're fine when you're vertical. It's when you start swinging and following through that you're almost always going to get it called on you.
So that's going to get Owen Heckner back in after the first of two free throws here by Stillwell, who looks for his 12th point. Short. Had a good game in Valley City the other night. Even though the Chargers lost, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Linus to the bench for Heckner. So the Jimmies will have to go a little smaller here for a bit. One more for Stillwell is good. 43-38 Briarcliff. We have 14:25 in the second half on the Gunner Reel Sports Scoreboard. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday night. And thanks for joining us for what's been a pretty fun day. Cordes dribbles to the baseline, backs down on Helmers. It's up top to Walters. Drives right past Sindelar, who fouled him.
Well done. Well done, because what Walters sees is that it's 2-on-2 on that side. If the help side comes, he's going to kick it to the corner for the three. Help side doesn't come, so he just takes Sindelar right on.
His first, and that's already 16 fouls on Briarcliff, but it's 2 shots here for Anthony because he was in the act of shooting. Last year, Frank Phillips College. It's good. You know where that is? I know you know where that is.
I do not know where that is.
Borger, Texas.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh.
10.6 points a game there last year.
I did not know Borger was big enough to have a college.
I'm not sure it is, but they have one anyway. They're both good for Walters. We both know Borger. Anyway, 43-40 Briarcliff, 14:05 to go. Well, Crete, Nebraska has a college, so you never know. Uday Smith with a drive inside, and Heckner could not stop and impeded him and fouled him. That's his second. And we're going to have some free throws rest of this game, Beej. That's 14 fouls already on UJ.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be foul difficulty and free throws. Who can survive the two?
Looks like an early season game to me. Left
yeah.
corner is Stillwell. Back at the top of that wing for Helmers. Brings it up front, still 15 to shoot. Handed to Blake Sindelar for Kenna Uday Smith. Left wing on the angle. Bounce to Stillwell. 8 on the timer. He's trying to back down on Benyon. Spins back. Turns around and hits. That's pretty for Stillwell.
And he made sure to stop before help side came over because he had a height advantage. Well done.
He has 14, 45 to 40 Briarcliff, 13:33 left. Walters down the right lane line. Just drove toward the goal. Drew a double team, but he also drew a foul on Sindelar, and that's 2 on him. And the Jimmies are in the bonus already with 13 and a half minutes to go.
You got to convert. You've got to convert on these. Do not let them go to waste.
3 of 6 in the first half. Walters misses the first here. It was in the act of shooting, so it's 2 shots. Now, Sindelar out. Carter Line returns, the senior from Carroll, Iowa. Stays 45 to 40 Briarcliff on the Gunner Reel Sports Scoreboard. 13 and a half minutes exactly to go. One more for Anthony. And they both missed, and it's rebounded by Stillwell. So the lead remains 5 for the visitors. Stillwell into the lane. Right past Benyon, but blew the layup. Rebound by Silas. Benyon left alley front court. Jimmy's could use a hoop right here. Screen set by Heckner, right wing. It's for Stainbrook. Now to Spencer Barr, who's returned to the game. Left wing Benyon. Open 3. Bottom.
Could use a bucket, huh? Who you going to call?
The guy that normally does it, and he's up to 15. 18.3 his average a year ago. 45-43 Briarcliff. 12:53 left. Uday Smith, right wing on the angle. On the arc. Hits the jumper for 2. And Briarcliff wants a Hillerud Construction timeout. We'll take it as well. The lead's back to 5 for Briarcliff. 48-43. 12:50 left in the second half at Newman Arena on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Buffalo City Diesel Jamestown is your one-stop shop for experienced truck services. Their top-notch techs are trained in the latest technology and can identify and fix problems in your medium or heavy-duty diesel trucks and buses. Buffalo City Diesel also offers roadside assistance, trailer services, and truck parts. Call Buffalo City Diesel today at 701-253-2844. That's Buffalo City Diesel at 701-253-2844.
Your home for UJ Jimmie. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
Should be 47-43. They put an extra point on the scoreboard that should not have been. So it is a 4-point Briarcliff lead. 12:50 left. It's to Silas Benyon in the front court for Jamestown. Left wing comes to the corner for Anthony Walters, using a Heckner screen. Back on the lane, tied up. Good play by Stillwell. The arrow does point to Jamestown. 21 on their shot clock.
That was a really heads-up play by Stillwell because not only did he reach his hand in, but he knew what way Anthony was going to turn.
That is a very heady player from Johnston, Iowa, graduate student. Spencer Barr with a lob inbound. Stillwell, knocked him down. They didn't call it, and Benyon on the baseline stepped out. And Owen Eckner's saying what I'm thinking, that when you knock me down, why isn't that called?
And the official just told him it's because you're both airborne. Now, I've never heard that before, but that's what he got in terms of a explanation.
That's a cop-out. That's what that is. 47-43 Briarcliff, 12:25 left. No, I'm not buying that for 2 seconds. Uday Smith with 13 on the shot clock for Briarcliff. To Stillwell, back to Uday Smith on the lane, right over Benyon, who had to stand down, and he scored.
They got the switch, and Benyon on Uday Smith is not a good matchup.
49-43 Briarcliff. Bounce to Heckner in the lane for Jamestown. One-hand runner from 13. He's good. Shot it right over Helmers, and Jamestown wants a 30-second Hillerud Construction timeout, which we will also take. 11:59 left in Newman Arena. Briarcliff 49, Jamestown 45 on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
The Frontier Fort invites you in for a true Dakota Territory dining experience. This unique location looks like an authentic 1800s fort. Head upstairs and you'll be greeted with the mouth-watering aroma of freshly grilled ribeyes and barbecued ribs. They're open from 4 to 9 Monday through Saturday, and their legendary prime rib is served on Fridays and Saturdays. Now hiring a full-time or part-time cook. Call 252-7492. The Frontier Fort, on the road to the Buffalo, Jamestown.
You were both airborne. Good night. 11:59
So I can
left.
jump in the air and undercut a guy, too?
I guess.
I've never heard that before.
That's not exactly the principle of verticality, is
it? No.
49-45. Briarcliff over Jamestown by 4. Possession arrow right now points to Briarcliff. Each team with 4 timeouts. A lot of time left in this game. Silas Benyon leading the Jimmies with 15 and 14 for Matthew Stillwell for Briarcliff. The players who you thought would be the leading scorers are the leading scorers, Dennis.
And I do think that that's something for this early season. Like, who's going to be the guy? Who is the Robin to Silas's Batman?
Yeah. We
got to figure that out before, the conference play shows up.
There are a lot of options.
There
as
are.
to who
no
it can
doubt.
be. Casey Brueggemann is very happy with this rotation he has. Full court pressure off the inbound as Carter lines back, and let's set their 5. Carter line with Jamison Helmers, Akana Uday Smith, and Matthew Stillwell, along with on the left wing, Colby Collison, who has the basketball now. Trying to drive on Walters. 16 to shoot still. Trying to slip up top is Stillwell. Okay, to Helmers inside. And the ball is saved by Barr, but right to Briarcliff. No change of possession. 5 on the shot clock. Left wing, Helmers. Now they reset the shot clock in the middle of the possession. Shot missed anyway. Uday Smith, offensive board, wide open and scores. 51-45 Briarcliff, and a scrambly possession, but ended up working out for the Chargers. Walters with a 3 right wing off the right rim, and the rebound, good position there by Collison, came in front of Cole Glasgow.
Little quick, I think, on that shot, that possession. Just a little quick.
Still 11 minutes left. Stillwell, hand on the left wing to Collison. Right side, Jamison Helmers up top for Uday Smith. Left wing, Stillwell thought about the shot and then a reach in. That's an easy one to call on Anthony Walters for his first and team foul number 5.
And really, Stillwell being the senior that he is, he leans into Anthony to get that call. It's a headsy play.
Oh, yeah.
And I like this. So Casey's a first-time head coach. Look at what he's doing. Silas Benyon's getting a breather because he knows he's 50 seconds from a media timeout.
Yeah, right.
That's not something every first-time coach would think to do.
Now, he was in Division I last year and in the NSIC before that, so he knows what he's doing. That's why he got the gig. Uday Smith down the left line, 6 on the shot clock. Helmer straightaway backs up 3, well defended by Cordes and missed, and the rebound came down to Owen Heckner for the Jimmies. Front court left wing. UJ down 6 at 51-45, 10:23 to go. Up top, Spencer Barr. Right wing, it is Anthony Walters. Middle of that wing, Cole Glasgow. Glasgow barely got the play, any at all with the Kangaroos. Left wing, Barr, 3, a foot short. Rebound, Jamison Helmers and Briarcliff. Pass right wing, Stillwell, front court. Middle of the lane, drives past 3 defenders. And that's good, and that's really good, and that's 16 for him, and it's 53-45 Briarcliff. Cordes with a drive in the lane got knocked out of his hand by Helmers. Set to come in is Linus. Set to come in is Luger.
So we're not going to do the under 10?
The earlier timeout might have taken care of it.
Oh, I bet it did.
Yep.
I bet it did.
9:54 remaining. 53 for Briarcliff, 45 for Jamestown. That's B.J. Walters. I'm David Burrell. Thank you for joining us. B.J. will be with us on some games this year, and we're glad to have him. The voice of the Carrington Cardinals, and hopefully for 2 more games in the new Rockford Cheyenne Maddock Rockets. Glasgow, left wing. On the right side, it's Walters. He wants a 3, halfway down and out, but an offensive board with some hustle by Aiden Stainbrook draws a foul.
Well done, Aiden, because he was boxed out and he got around the guy that was boxing him out to get position to get that foul, and so he's going to shoot 2.
Carter Lyons second. It is team foul number 8.
So he was shooting.
Yep, apparently.
Okay.
Stainbrook's first free throw. The first game for the year for the officials, too.
Yeah.
But at least they weren't both in the air. Sindelar back in. I'll never get over that. For Carter Line, Blake Sindelar is back in. 53-46 Briarcliff. 9:39 to go. Second one, good.
Do you know how much I could have gotten away with if I knew that rule back in my day?
Yes, I do. I never saw you play, and I know you could have. Will Luger into the front court for Briarcliff. Jimmy's need another stop. Uday Smith straightaway 3, left rim. Well, that's a stop for him. Rebounded Cole Glasgow. Jimmy's down 6 with 9:20 to go in the season opener in the first game for Casey Brueggemann. Right wing 3 off the mark there by Stainbrook. Blake Sindelar rebounds for Briarcliff, and notice now every time they're walking the ball down the floor. They know the pace Jamestown wants. Stillwell spots up and hits a right wing 3 on the angle.
Looks like an all-conference player to me in the G-Pack.
Yeah.
Man.
He had 27 straight points in one game last year against Midland. Cordes a 3, little short. Linus the rebound. Offensive board. Left wing Walters 3. Missing. Linus offensive board. Kick it out for Cordes. Right wing 3. That's short too. And then Uday Smith is held on the rebound. And that's not like Will.
I think you're starting to see first game legs for UJ. Just a little bit.
The fouls on Linus, that's number 4, and team foul number 6, so Jimmy's got to come out again. How long will Casey keep him on the bench? Sindelar, Benyon is back in. Silas Benyon returns for Jamestown. 8:40 left. Briarcliff with their longest lead of the night, 56-47. All the way to the baseline, driving is Stillwell again, and this time he's fouled by Glasgow. That's number 4 on him. So Glasgow has 4, and Linus has 4, and also that's team foul number 7, but I think it's 2 shots anyway here for Matthew Stillwell, and here comes Anthony Walters right back into the game.
Yeah, Jamestown's got a little foul difficulty right now, especially because they're only playing 9. 2 of them have 4 fouls with, almost half of the second half to go.
Still 8:32. Stillwell, first to 2, he's good. (57-47), the first double-digit lead for Briarcliff on the Gunner Sports scoreboard, and the 20th point for Stillwell with 8:32 left. The graduate student from Dowling Catholic, Johnston, Iowa. He missed the second. Benyon rebounds for Jamestown. Still time left, but the Jimmies need a run. Screen set for him. Benyon to the baseline. Kick it to Walters out front. Straightaway 3. Owen Heckner off the front rim. But grabbing the rebound is Benyon through 2 defenders. Now takes it back for a right wing 3. Good. How about that by Silas?
My goodness. Benyon doing a little bit of everything right there.
How'd he get that rebound?
How did he?
57-50, Briarcliff. 8 minutes to go. Stillwell left wing. You know where the ball's going to go, and he takes another 3, and he missed one long. Benyon the rebound.
Not a whole lot of ball movement right now for Briarcliff.
And a one-man possession. Benyon out front to Walters. Anthony dishes right wing. Heckner faked the 3, drove to the lane. Ooh, walk. Yeah, he could not put the skids on his pivot foot, and Briarcliff has it back with 7:42 to go.
I do like what Jamestown is doing. They're getting a paint touch through penetration every possession and then kicking it out. That's how you want to get three-point shots.
7:37 left. Briarcliff with the ball on a 57-50 lead over Jamestown in the season opener for the Jimmies on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Blake Sindelar for Ikenna Ude-Smith. Right wing for Will Luger. Moves it to the left side on the angle to Helmers. Down to 10 on the shot clock for the Chargers. Luger in the left corner. There's Stillwell again. 6 to shoot, trying to drive on Benyon. Makes him stumble, but misses a shot. Walters the rebound, Jamestown. Down floor, Will Cordes. Will all the way. Baseline drive, defended well by Sindelar, and misses Stillwell the rebound. No foul there, just great D. Helmers, left baseline, backs up to the corner. On the arc, shot missed. Rebound, Jamestown and Benyon. Down floor, Owen Heckner impeded by Blake Sindelar with the foul, and he'll go to the line his 3rd, and that's team foul number 9, so the Jimmies will shoot 2 on the next one every time.
Pretty good couple of defensive possessions, mainly because they've switched the mentality to do not let 55 shoot the basketball.
Yep. Because he seems to be hitting a lot.
He does.
And that's nothing new, as the Jimmies well know. So 2 here for Heckner. Or 1 and 1, I should say. Sorry, not 2 shots. It is 1 and 1. That's the correct call because it came before the shot and he missed it. Walters trying to tip the rebound, but did so to Helmers. The free throw line has also been a struggle for the Jimmies in this opening. Stillwell with a handoff to Blake Sindelar. Left side for Jamison Helmers to Ikenna Ude-Smith. Ooh, he blew right past Heckner and dunked it.
Oh. Just a little jab to the left and a go to the right and a stuff.
Ooh! 9-point lead for Briarcliff again, 59-50. 14 for Ude-Smith. Fall away Benyon, left and short. A lot of these shots coming up short now for Jamestown. And Ude-Smith, the rebound after his spectacular bucket a moment ago. And look at those shoes. All sorts of shades of blue in it. Handed to Stillwell. Hand off to Helmers. Back up top to Ude-Smith. Touch pass comes on the left side for Sindelar on the baseline. Walters trying to cut him off. 8 to shoot, 6 minutes to go. Turnaround over. Walters off both sides of the rim. And a knockdown on the rebound as a Jimmie hit the floor, but the foul is going to be, on Briarcliff because it was Stainbrook that got knocked down.
And here's where the foul difficulty becomes a problem because now you're walking all the way to the other end to shoot.
4 on Luger, and that is team foul number 10. This means 2 shots for Aiden Stainbrook.
Have to make them count, of course.
You do. 5:55 left. Averaged double-double 2 years ago at North Border in his senior year, and the first is good. 59-51 for North Border. Colby Collison back in for Will Luger. Jimmy Linus comes back in. Wondered how long he'd sit. Here comes Heckner to the bench. Jimmy has 4 fouls, you know. So he must be careful.
One more sub if this goes in.
Yeah, Glasgow would come in for Heckner. It's good, he does.
So you've got your guys with 4 fouls on the floor right now. We'll see if Briarcliff goes right at him or not.
You would very well think that Mark Spagera has reminded them of that. NAIA tournament 2 years ago, made the D2 quarterfinals twice. Spagera, the graduate of Dana College in his 8th year. 59-52 Briarcliff. Oh, it's lost by Stillwell, gained by Helmers, back to Stillwell in the right corner. Now for Ude-Smith, trying to drive past Linus. He had to back off, missed the shot though. Stillwell the rebound. Linus knew immediately in the middle of that defensive play, 4 fouls, I can't go at him. Heckner in the left wing for Benyon. 5.5 to go. Linus with a screen. He keeps it steady. Lob to Linus from Benyon. 16 still to shoot. Right corner. Three's on the way and off the mark by Glasgow. Rebound, Blake Sindelar and Briarcliff. Down to 5:16 left. You only get so many more possessions. Sindelar for Briarcliff at the bucket to our right. If you're watching on the Jimmie Athletic YouTube page, it's on the bucket to your left. Collison, Colby with a lob inside for Sindelar. Ooh, and he hit it because Glasgow then had to back away. I thought he was going to get called for the foul there.
I thought so too. I'm surprised he didn't.
61-52 Briarcliff, 4:50 to go. Jimmy's need buckets and stops now. We're down to 4:45. Walters left wing, too long. Linus offensive rebound, follows it in and got fouled as he was able to score it for his 8th point. And that is the second foul on Jamison Hollers, and now it's 61-54 for Briarcliff. So there's a bucket. Jamestown calls a Hillerud construction timeout. We will too. 4:41 left. It's Briarcliff 61, Jamestown 54. Newman Arena, Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Look for the best ATVs on the planet? Then check out Honda 4Trax 4Man. There are 3 models to choose from, and they all offer strong swing arm rear suspension that is perfect for hard work or towing. They all feature strong front and rear backs, plus a handy utility box for storage. So head to Gunner Real Sports in First Street West, downtown Jamestown, and check out the new Honda Foreman for riders 16 and older. Honda recommends all ATV riders take training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
This foul difficulty is turning into a bit of a positive for Jamestown. Here's why I say that. 2 straight shots, they're up on you, and then just as you go to shoot, they're backing up. All of a sudden, those shots are really awkward and not very comfortable shots, and yeah, the one goes in somehow, but the other one, you could clearly see that the fact there wasn't defense on it made it awkward.
It's the surprise of St. Owen being guarded. Oh, wait, no, not.
Some of us never get that to happen. I felt like every time I took a shot back in my day, I was guarded.
How'd that go at Groesbeck?
Well, I was just as good as the rest of us. That's the good news. The bad news is that was not very good.
So Linus will try to complete the 3-point play. 61-54 Briarcliff. The point BJ is making is because if you're just joining us, Cole Glasgow and Jimmie Linus both have 4 fouls. That's why he's talking about that. But Linus here tries to complete the 3-point play. He's good. His 9th point. 61-55. Briarcliff leads Jamestown. 4:40 left on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard.
Feels like it should be more than 6, does it not?
Yeah, and you know Briarcliff feels that way. Yes. Helmers, right wing for Stillwell. Guarded by Benyon. Up top to Akana Uday-Smith. A transfer who might be a very dynamic player for this team as the year moves along. Right wing Stillwell. 7 on the shot clock. Bring it out front to Helmers. Uday-Smith with a screen. 2 to shoot. 1. Uday-Smith a drive.
Oh, my.
Blocked Linus, but fouled him. 2 to foul out.
I am not so sure that whistle blew before the shot clock expired.
But Linus is gone with 9 points.
Oh, my. That was really close with the shot clock. Now, granted, we couldn't hear it because the crowd was so loud.
Well, I couldn't tell from just looking at the clocks. Casey Brueggemann taking all the 30 seconds he's allowed to make a substitution here and gathering his team around him. But Jimmy's done with 9 points. Yeah, it was awfully close. Now, none of that, no replays here. Next year,
that would get looked at, I think.
No doubt.
But it was really close.
It was. Uday-Smith at the line. It's for 2, and the first is good. His 15th point. 62-55 Briarcliff. How long is this guy going to be on the bench? Maybe not long. He hit them both. 63-55. Briarcliff by 8. 4:07 left in Newman Arena on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Benyon middle of the right wing for Jamestown. Lob. Came to Heckner, left wing. Anthony Walters, spin, made a man fall. Down low, turn around, kick out for a left wing three by Cordes, no good. Walters got his hands on the offensive board. To Binion, drive down the left lane line. Back out front for Cole Glasgow. Into the lane, drive, lot of contact. Got to be a foul, and it is on Sindelar. That's his fourth with 3:44 left, so a little more foul trouble here for Briarcliff.
Give Jamestown credit. They're still attacking the basket. Even though they're down by 8, they're attacking the basket every possession.
So 2 big free throws here for Cole Glasgow, who has 4 in his Jimmie debut. Played at a great high school program in Iowa. Dallas Center Grimes, perennially either winning championships or contending for them. He hit the first. 63-56 Briarcliff. One more for Cole. It's rolling in. 63-57. Briarcliff by 6. Full court pressure by Jamestown as it came into Collison. Followed by Walters. Collison nearly lost it. Yeah, he did. That's a double dribble. Picked it up, took a step, dribbled again. You can't do that. Brian's Jamestown ball.
So I have a long since belief that if I'm trying to close out a game, the one type of player I don't want guarding me is a kid from New York because they know how to defend. And Anthony completely forced that double dribble.
He surely did. It's inbound to Cordes, back out to Binion for the Jimmies. Down 6 with 3:35 left. 3 by Silas, good! 21 for Binion. It's a 3-point game. 63-60, 3:25 to go.
That'll get him up at Newman Arena.
Stillwell, it's more noisy than it was. Briarcliff had it knocked out of bounds. Glasgow dove right into the bench. Cole tried to make a steal. Briarcliff will inbound with 20 on their shot clock. As Mark Spagera makes a very strong point to Stillwell, saying, don't do what you just did.
Inbounder is always the most dangerous player. Know that.
Binion is right on him. Jimmies are asked to sit down on the bench. Most do. 3:19 left. Briarcliff with the ball up 3. Collison. Hand it off to Blake Sindelar. Back for Stillwell. You hear the fans at Harold Newman Arena. Down to 11 to shoot. Glasgow guarding Stillwell. Uday Smith with a screen. Around it goes Stillwell, left lane line. Nearly fell. Then it got blocked out of his hand by Heckner and taken in by Silas Binion. Jimmy's down to 3. Walters bringing out front Binion. Take the 3. Drove down the left lane line and got fouled. Collison saying, hey, I was straight up. But he knocked him with a hip. Binion's a little slow to get up as he's down near the
He's exhausted.
basket stanchion. You're right. He's not hurt. He's just trying to catch his breath.
What a run here by UJ.
6 in a row. Kind of 9-point lead to 3. Second foul on Colby Collison, long since over the limit of Briarcliff. So it's 2 free throws for Binion. It's already a 1-possession game. Now Silas can make it a little tighter. 2 free throws here, 2:54 to go. As entertaining as we thought it would be, and we're going to have a lot of games like this season, I get a feeling. Binion's first free throw is too long. Well, the free throw shooting has got to get better for these guys, and they know it.
At this other end, David, I would be surprised if Briarcliff does not try to get screens where Glasgow is guarding Stillwell every possession until Cole is out of the game.
Yep. He hit the second, Binion did, 63-61 Briarcliff. In fact, it was a 10-point lead. Now it's down to 2. Stillwell is guarded by Binion. Moves it to the corner. Now out to Sindelar in the right wing angle. Up top to Helmers. Jamison with 2:35 to go. Still 12 to shoot. To Stillwell on the right side. Spins on Binion. All the way to the baseline. Drops it in. And a timeout by Briarcliff will keep it here with 2:28 left. 65-61 Briarcliff on top on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. And that's 24 for Matthew Stillwell.
They clear out a side of the floor and play iso ball right there with Stillwell. I was concerned because when the switch happened, they had Silas guarding Uday Smith. That's not really the matchup you like if you're Jamestown.
because we have seen that whenever Uday Smith gets the ball, he's going to go.
He is. The big thing right here is to come down and get a good shot. I think what you do is you keep doing what you've been doing.
Yep.
You penetrate the lane and force them to make a decision whether they're going to bring help side, you can kick it out for a three, or if they're going to let you get to the rim, you take, obviously with 2:28, you have plenty of time to take the layup.
3 timeouts left for each team. 10 team fouls on Briarcliff, so Jamestown's in the double bonus. 8 team fouls on Jamestown, so Briarcliff still in the 1-1 possession arrow if it's needed. Points to Briarcliff with 2:28 to go in regulation.
I think what you just translated is we're still going to be here a while.
I think you're right. And we'll be in Fargo Monday night, an exhibition for the Jimmies against North Dakota State, 6:30 on Jamestown 107.1.
Going to get to see more of the guys for UJ on Monday night. They'll play probably 12 deep, I would imagine.
I think so. And that is the season opener for NDSU's Bison, who went 15-17 last year. Benyon rolls it ahead to Will Cordes, who will let that ball come nearly to midcourt before picking it up. And into the front court he is with a hand back to Silas Benyon. With a Hector screen, now it is to Owen. Down the right lane line, 2:20 to go. Nearly lost it, picked it back up. Stillwell tried to tie him up. Now he is tied up by Sindelar, and the arrow points, as we said, to Briarcliff.
They let a lot go before they called that. Man.
Well, that's big there for the Chargers. Again, there are only so many possessions, and it's down to 2:17 left, and it'll be Silas Benyon, the one who takes care of the perspiration on the floor.
Just a quick update while we've got a second on the Jimmie women. They lead 48-35 with 36 seconds to play in the third quarter. Kate Cordes has 13. Lofstrom's got 12 points for Oswald as well.
Playing Kansas Wesleyan in Salina, trying to start 2-0 after beating Bethel yesterday. Jimmie's press, now the back off a little as Stillwell brings it down with 2:13 left. Briarcliff with the ball and a 4-point lead over Jamestown, 65-61 on the Gun & Reel Sports scoreboard. Collison on the left wing for Helmers, now to Akana Uday Smith. Now for Matthew Stillwell, top of the arc, 10 to shoot, dropped the ball as he fell down. Loose on the floor, tied up, this will go to the Jimmies. And Stillwell slipping on the floor helped that to happen. And Jamestown has it back with 1:52 to go.
I'm going to be very interested to see what Casey says post-game to us about this game, because this has all the markings of an opener, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it looks like a season opener.
They were so anxious because they've been working at this for a month and a half, basically, to see somebody else. But I know they were 15-14 last year, but this is a pretty good, talented team in Briarcliff. We saw that when we saw them twice a year ago. Benyon left wing to Walters in the corner. Back out to Silas. Pass Uday Smith. Drives, baseline, scores. 2-point game. 65-63 Briarcliff. 1:35 left. 24 for Silas Benyon. Down the right alley, Jamison Helmers. Now will the Jimmies play it here? Left wing, it's to Sindelar. Walters guards him to Uday Smith. He's guarded by Owen Heckner. And a foul away from the ball. Walters is caught shoving off Matthew Stillwell. That's his second. That's team foul number 9 to put Stillwell on the line, and he's pretty good there with 1:20 to go.
It is a 1-and-1, so you got to be ready just in case he misses. And that's what Casey just said. I need a rebound.
Yep. Walters down there. Linus, if you're just with us, fouled out earlier. Stillwell, one of the best in the G-Pack again, hits the first. 66-63 Briarcliff on the Gun & Reel Sports scoreboard. 80 seconds to go in regulation. As Will Luger and Carter Line will come back in. This is a defense for offense substitution as Blake Sindelar and Akana Uday Smith go to Mark Spagera's bench. 25 now for Matthew Stillwell. He'll have one more to make it a 4-point lead and a 2-possession lead for Briarcliff. 2 dribbles on the way. on the board. It rolled in 67-63 Briarcliff. It's down floor to Cordes. Stops left lane line. Heckner, turnaround hook in the lane from 9. He's good. Timeout Jamestown. Hillerud Construction timeout. It's a 30. We'll keep it here with 1:12 left. 67-65 now for Briarcliff.
Well, I think what you do on this possession is you try to get the hands out, or the ball out of the hands of Stillwell. However, don't screen yourself into having a small on Uday Smith, because if you do that, he's going to attack you. We've seen that 2 or 3 times. If I'm Briarcliff, I'm going right back to that play where I cleared out a side of the floor and let Stillwell back his way in and go one-on-one.
And Uday Smith hasn't touched the ball for a while, but they do have Stillwell. There's a good reason for that.
That is, yeah.
2 timeouts now left for Jamestown. Still 3 for Briarcliff.
I would be so tempted right now to put Anthony Walters on Stillwell.
Let's see what they do. They'll press Sindelar in the backcourt inbounds. Right now, Walters is on Helmers. Coming back for Stillwell. Well, he was on him for a moment. Let's see what they do when they come down to this end. You've got a good thought there, though, I think. Helmers into the front court. 1:05 left in regulation. 67-65. Briarcliff with a lead on the ball. Helmers, he's past Walters. Stops right of the lane. Handed out front for Collison. 14 to shoot, 55 to play. Left wing Helmers. It's Heckner guarding him. Helmers trying to drive. Stops left elbow of the lane. Missed. Benyon the rebound. Jimmie's entire lead. 43 seconds to go. He was open, but shot it poorly. Benyon down floor. Left wing Walters. 3 and the lead. Missed everything. But an offensive rebound for Glasgow. Up front, Benyon, a 3 for the lead is no good. Uday Smith the rebound. Benyon not quite on balance. Up, down floor, all alone. Layup good by Blake Sindelar for a 4-point Briarcliff lead with 24.9 left, 69-65. Jimmie's have to score here. And as Cordes drove down the right lane line, he's bumped into by Sindelar, so he'll have 2 free throws on Sindelar's. That's it for him, his 5th foul with 20.7 to go.
Actually, it might be on Helmers. Yeah, his 3rd.
Oh, excuse me. You're right.
But he got the worst of that. He landed wrong on his knee, and he's trying to work that out a minute.
Well, that's a break, because Sindelar is an important player for them, too. Cordes with 6 tonight. They have to get another wet spot off the floor, and one of the Briarcliff players, in fact, it's Sindelar would do it. Yeah, Helmers is still limping around a little bit. He's still on the floor, but yeah, you're right. He did tweak that right knee.
Tell you what, you have too many games like this, young man Casey's going to have gray hair real quick. And they're cheering for him big time in Vermilion, too. He was at USD last year, and they are so excited for him being up here.
Spent 2 years as the first free throw is good as the director of ops for USD. 69-66. Jimmie's need this one, too, from Cordes. Got a Real Sports scoreboard, 20.7 to go. The second. Short and rebounded by Collison. Lost it, but picked up by his teammate Sindelar, who traveled. He stepped. But was about to step on the sideline, knew he had to get rid of the ball, leaned over, came off his pivot foot. The Jimmies have it back with 16 and a half to go. Timeout Jamestown. Will keep it here again. A Hillerud Construction timeout. 69-66 Briarcliff. And you're pointing over there because Aiden Stainbrook's going to come back in.
Because you have 2 timeouts, I think you go get a 2 when you foul. Yep. I think you extend the game. If you were out of timeouts, you probably have to shoot the 3. If you're Briarcliff, and here's the debate that will never end, how long until you foul? I think 16 and a half seconds is far too much time. But if the possession gets extended, how long do you wait to foul? And this early in the season, have you even worked on that at this point?
You believe in that? You believe in, even though you have the lead, fouling?
Absolutely, because if you're up by 3 and you don't foul, only one thing has to go wrong. That's a kid makes a 3.
Sure.
If you foul, 4 consecutive things have to happen. They have to make the first, miss the second, get the rebound, and score. I'm not saying I'm a mathematician. I'm just saying I like my chances of making the other team do 4 things.
I see your point. One timeout left for Jamestown, still 3 for Briarcliff. 9 team fouls on Jamestown, and Briarcliff's over the limit, so it's 2 shots now on every foul. Possession arrow if it's needed, points to Briarcliff. 16 and a half seconds left. The Jimmies will inbound down a 3. Where do they go? Let's see.
I think Briarcliff will try to take Silas away. I think Anthony will be open.
Walters is out front right now. Will Cordes will inbound near the left corner.
Don't need a 3.
They lob cross court, and it came to Stillwell. The pass not far enough, and Stillwell is fouled with 14.9 left. That was a dangerous pass from the start.
It was, and you almost wonder if in that spot Cordes should have called timeout, called that last timeout and drawn something else up. But that also, I think, fouls out. Yeah, it fouls out Cole.
So Glasgow becomes the second Jimmie to foul out. Jimmie Linus fouled out earlier. Glasgow leaves with 6. And Aiden Stainbrook will come in for him, but Barcliff's got the ball now with free throws on the way with 14.9 to go, trying to extend 69-66 over Jamestown in this most entertaining Jimmie season opener. It's game 2 for Briarcliff. They lost 2 nights ago at BCSU. Our RM Stout postgame coming up. We'll look at stats. Hopefully a chat too with head coach Casey Brueggemann.
I think no matter how this finishes, a good first game to get under your belt. Good first game to get under your belt.
Against a good opponent. Going to learn a lot of things about your team tonight. Stillwell hit the first free throw, and he is the man of the match, as they say in soccer. 27. 70-66 Briarcliff. That makes it a 2-possession game with 14.9 left. Stillwell will shoot another. He's good again for his 28th point. 71-66 Briarcliff. Jamestown's got to work fast. 12 seconds left. Benyon handed off for a 3 by Stainbrook off the front rim. Cordes couldn't reach the rebound. Uday Smith diving on the floor did with 4.5 seconds left. And now he is covered up by Cordes, and before he was a timeout by Briarcliff. They're going to win. 3.8 to go. Hillary Construction timeout, but I think this one's in the bag for the Chargers.
It certainly is, and a good bounce back win for them because they came out in the first half extremely flat against Valley City State. They played a much better second half than they did a first half the other night. And you know what? Maybe this is what should happen. They've got a game under their belt. Jimmy's don't yet.
Yeah, this isn't the end of the world for this team by any means. It's the first game of the year. Again, these guys have been working at this for a while, but a game situation's a lot different. But not only tonight, but especially when you get to play a lot of guys Monday, and then you've got more good competition out in Montana next week. This is how you learn, and it's going to be an L, but I really doubt it's going to diminish this team's hopes, and it shouldn't.
No, it certainly shouldn't. And then later on in the month, I know we're pumped up about making the trip down to Sioux Falls for the Minnesota State Mankato game and the Augustana game on back-to-back days.
Yeah, they've got a home-and-home with Northern State.
Yep.
7 future NSIC opponents, well, Northern State twice, so 6 future NSIC opponents in the preseason schedule. But this one's going to go to Briarcliff with 3.8 left, and immediately to our left, Blake Sindelar brings it in to Jamison Helmers, and one more foul. This one's on Will Cordes with 2.4 left. You got to play it out, but the Chargers are going to have win number 1 after they were 15-14 a year ago.
And that's a tough lead, the GPAC, but when you got a player like Stillwell, you've got a shot.
It is Jamison Helmers at the line here. It's the first for its 8th point. It's 72-66 Briarcliff.
And they got enough from the other guys. I think that's one thing Casey's going to want is let's get a secondary scorer.
Free throw missed. Heckner the rebound. Down floor to Benyon, but is over. And the Briarcliff Chargers bouncing back from that loss at BCSU on Thursday night come to Newman Arena and knock off the Jamestown Jimmie.